I just want to mention a few ideas, tips, and pointers that I've come across over the last few days. That's going to help me get there, hopefully a little bit sooner and a little bit easier. So a lot of a lot of my friends, whether they're medium psychics or not, I find are also in a similar position, kind of maybe different issues or challenges they're working on, but they seem to be either stuck in some sort of repetitive cycle, or they're going through some challenging things in their lives, or they need to make some drastic changes but don't know how. And what I want to share is um, try to ask yourself daily, what gives you bliss, what brings you joy, what excites you. Use your emotional your emotions or your feelings to help kind of navigate you, or at least point you in the right direction. Uh, Try not to evaluate things in terms of safety, financial security, um, things that are easier instead of more difficult to do. Uh, just go with your heart center or your gut instinct, follow your bliss, ask yourself regularly, what am I excited to do? What am I interested in? What drives me? What motivates me? What makes me get out of bed in the morning and grab my attention and pulls me toward it? What is it that I'm driven to reach for? And that'll give you a really good clue on the direction you need to take. Uh, there's a saying, nothing changes if nothing changes. So in order for you to make changes in your life, especially big ones, or to get out of repetitive cycles, you need to change something first. So you need to take some kind of action, whether it's something big or whether you need to break it down into smaller steps. You need to take some sort of daily action that's going to slowly or maybe rapidly change the course of your direction and start bringing you into alignment with where you should be and what you should be doing. So, as I've mentioned before, I have a tendency to get stuck in comfort zones and stay in them a bit too long. So I need to find ways of breaking old habits. And in order to do that, you need to replace them with a newer and better habit. So the first few steps are always going to um, bring a lot of resistance. They're going to seem very difficult, but you need to take some sort of action step just to at least get some momentum going, just to start moving forward. You've got to do something. Everything externally around you, the people, the places, the things, their attitudes, their energies that are directed towards you, they are merely like a sounding board or a mirror that's just reflecting where you are at in your life. So you've got to draw your focus within and figure out what are the most debilitating habits or routines that you find yourself stuck in. How can you break a cycle? Uh, Try not to do it all at once. Maybe tackle one or two of the most challenging issues you're faced with. Make a change. Don't worry about whether it's going to be comfortable or not. And try not to be too analytical or play it too safe. Just ask yourself, what am I excited about? What gives me joy? What do I need to do to feel alive? Um, you want to make a living, or do you want to be in a dying? Uh, you got to get out of the old mindset of just getting a paycheck, being safe and secure, paying the bills, and think that you'll be okay. We're here for much bigger reasons than that. So we need to change cycles. We're here to evolve, and evolve is just another way of saying change. So you need to really go deep within and question yourself, ask yourself regularly, especially if you're feeling unhappy or stuck or have no idea what you should be doing. Question, ask, um, find the things that excite you, that make you want to jump out of bed every day Focus on that. Do something that will at least bring you closer to whatever that is that drives you. Even if you can't get to do exactly what it is you want at this point, do things that will bring you at least fairly close to it. And keep taking those steps until you reach the desired goal. Remember, the journey is the goal. So try not to be too fixated on reaching the goal and therefore not being happy or content until you get it. Focus more on the journey and keep improving the journey. Make changes. Just make a start. Just one little change at a time and work on it. And that's the only way that's going to really help you to break out of cycles and change things. You can't do it all in one go, and you can't do it rapidly. That's another thing. Try not to do things too rapidly or too quickly. Some of us try to evolve too quickly, or we want to develop our spiritual gifts or spiritual awareness too fast, and it doesn't always work that way. Take it one day at a time. Ask life or the universe or the divine or whatever you want to call it. Ask it what it wants to manifest through you. We sometimes think we know exactly what we want and what will really make us happy, but that's not always the case. There's something deeper that your soul wants to accomplish. So you need to regularly reflect, go within, practice, practice, practice. Meditate, contemplate, whatever technique or style that helps you to go within, block out the outside noise and distractions, and really focus on what your soul wants to express through you. Just take the time each day, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes, just make a start, work on it, and build from there. We've got to get out of these cycles, and I know a lot of us have been dying to get out of these really debilitating, frustrating, unpleasant cycles, but aside from trying to be as patient as we can, we need to take some sort of action. We've got to try a few things that may be a bit uncomfortable, but we've got to try, we've got to do things, we've got to make changes. You've got to try different things. If something doesn't work, try something else. We are creatures of habit, but we've got to break habits. Eventually, old habits need to be replaced with newer, better ones. We're constantly evolving, and so we've got to pay attention to our surroundings, our thoughts, our actions. We've got to be there in the moment, from the most mundane, simple little things, such as washing dishes, cleaning the floors, or working on complex job projects, or whatever the case may be. You've got to be there with your full attention in everything that you do. Question yourself, try different things, connect with like minds, exchange information, and just learn and grow as much as you can. And on that note, I'm going to stop and hope that this message finds you well and at least gives you a few pointers and helps you out. If you have any questions or comments or need further clarification of anything I may have said in this video, feel free to message me anytime and I'll try and help you out. And until next time, we'll chat again. Have a great Sunday.